Hey, Sagittarius, welcome back to Divinity Gems. Full moon, harvest full moon. You guys gonna get your reading for the week, September 24th through 30th. It is the wee hours of the morning. Want to get you guys full moon out here. Gonna pull you 4 cards from the Black Moon Tarot, Black Moon astrology cards, and then pull some clarity from the tarot. So this is going to be a course of action spread for you, Sagittarius. Going to look at your current energy, what not to do, the next course of action, and then the overall outcome. And then we'll pull you some tarot clarity. All right, you guys, first position came out, Chiron healing. So across this full moon, you guys, Chiron is involved up there, as well as this full moon's in Aries. And then Saturn is up there squaring. And then Libra is involved in this as well. So we got a lot of energies going on across this harvest full moon. Healing definitely being your current situation right here. You're going through some healing right here with this Chiron card being out. Some emotional wounds, some things in our life that needed, maybe some family issues that you're going back and dealing with right now. Across this full moon, there are endings and new beginnings. It's kind of amplified at the harvest full moon. I feel like it's a culmination of from the summer solstice coming through. So from June, maybe like late June to September, situations that have been playing out for us, or for you guys, Sagittarius, that involve, areas where you felt weak. And definitely across this full moon, there's going to be healing brought to those areas for you guys. That is the current situation right now, involving you healing. Okay. Second position, Soul came out in the what not to do. The moon, which is what this is about, this full moon. Definitely going to pull some clarity on that. But this is about your intuition. So, what not to do, I feel like, would be not to follow your intuition to me with this moon card out. Because we definitely want to be following our intuition. We want to be going towards that thing, or listening to our own inner voice, listening to our subconscious, the things that we are telling ourselves in our heads over and over again, second guessing, going back and forth. That is truly your soul, with the things that you feel deep inside from your own soul. It's going to involve you listening more to that, and not ignoring that or not second guessing that to me. Um, Embracing it. Things like your dreams, using them for clarity and understanding. Sometimes they're trying to tell you something, sometimes they're trying to explain something to you. Um, Trying to think of what else this would be for you not to, in your position of what not to do. I feel like it's definitely about not listening to your own intuition and listen to other people. Listening to other people. This is your life, is about your happiness. So your decisions definitely dictate this energy. This is not energy thrust upon you. This is energy you create as well. You are making decisions for yourself that have causes and effects. So I feel like this is relying more on your own intuition a little bit versus listening to others over this situation here. You need healing, obviously. You need to think about the areas where you were hurt, or fearful, or anything that was just making you feel any type of insecurity. Healing is being brought to those areas, and it is an internal, subconscious, emotional thing. This is about your soul, actually, your soul getting healing. What to do? Course of action. There it is. This is about some family stuff, roots, fourth house. So, a lot of healing involved here, Sagittarius. A lot of conversations maybe had, internalizing and going back to some family matters that you've always wanted to bring healing to. Maybe some things you felt like, some of you guys needed counseling over, or your family situations where you, it may not be as extreme as counseling. We just need to talk about these things because we never talk about these things. Sometimes within families, look, we got to get this out. We've been avoiding it. If we don't talk about it, if we don't go back and deal with it, there can never be the healing. So I feel like these all are related. Your family situations, those things, your roots. You are going back home and you're going to do some healing across this full moon, Sag. Gonna do some healing. Final outcome. Jupiter returns benefits, and you do know that is your ruling planet. Planet of expansion, planet of growth. It's a lucky planet. But it's lucky to me because it helps you grow, it helps you expand consciously. So if you're expanding and learning about the things in your life that you need to improve, the ways in my life that I need to get better, what I need to bring healing to. If I go home, I analyze those things. I find out the root causes of why I'm unhappy, why I'm hurting, why I can't seem to make this relationship work. Where did I get these traits from? How did this come about? How did I get this way? Anything you need to know or that you are questioning right now in your life, Sagittarius, has to do with home. It has to do with going back sometimes through our parents, our siblings, family, any type of roots that you have in this world that you feel there was a place that you don't have clarity on, that you don't have good communication on, somewhere where you need answers. You got to go get them. You got to go get them. Maybe talking to some people you don't want to talk to, having some conversations that you've been avoiding over this full moon. They're going to happen because your soul needs healing. Your soul needs healing. And whether you wanted to pretend like that wasn't the problem or not is letting you know you have to go back to your roots to get the answer. To get the answer. That's where the answer lies. That's how understanding. And you will see how those things are connected. But the overall outcome is to bring you your benefits. It also brings in some type of relationship sometime, brings in a little sex sometimes. I'm just saying Jupiter benefits is not always money benefits because on the card it is depicted very differently. On the card it's depicted as two people having a little fun. Jupiter benefits. But healing has to take place. This is the overall outcome. Healing will take place first across this moon. Your soul will feel healing through you going through that family, those roots. Let's get some clarity for you. Let's get some clarity. Chiron healing. In what area is Sagittarius healing? There. Ooh. Justice card and the Tower in reverse. So you guys are bringing balance to any area in your life that you felt was imbalanced. Justice even. These are court cases sometimes. So maybe some of y'all going through some legal battles with a loved one. If this is over a marriage or some type of child support or anything, I feel like you're going to be vindicated on that. This is an emotional fall for you guys. This is the emotional cleansing to me across this full moon for you Sagittarius. Justice being restored, though, is going to be brought correct. It's going to be rebalanced for you where there was no balance. It's going to be rebalanced. Could be dealing with a leap or some of you guys. It's going to be balanced. It's going to be balanced. Any area that was unjust. Anywhere you tired of dealing with it. Maybe some family members that you tired of taking care of, tired of getting on your nerves. You want justice brought to those areas. Nine of Cups came out in reverse. Nine of Cups came out in reverse. And then I wanted one more to clarify this Moon Soul card. And I got the Nine of Swords. So you got two nines. Nine of Cups is your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, and it is in reverse. Nine of Swords is being in your head, thinking a little bit too much. What you want, what you desire. It's been on your mind a whole lot. Nine is cycles to me too, but it's about what we want, what we hope to bring into ourselves, just what we wish, our best desired outcome, what we really want, what we truly want. You're in your head a whole lot about it because you're trying to figure out whether or not it's even good for you, what you're asking for. And they're asking you to not look with these physical eyes right now to decide what you want. They're asking you to internalize it and feel with your soul, what your soul really needs, what's best for your soul right now. And you're in your head a whole lot about that. Clarify that fourth house roots. Family and home situations, Cancer. It's about nurturing, mother type of qualities, who we take care of, how we take care of them. Yeah, there's a decision being made on that right there. There's a decision being made on that with the Two of Swords. There's two ways you can go mentally with this, and then the King of Cups being in reverse. I feel like your emotions right here, being in reverse, you're just not happy with the situation. The choice you got to make whether or not you got to walk away, um, or stay taking care of somebody. I feel like, or helping somebody out in your family all the time. It's going to go back to this roots, and this is clarifying that roots, and gives me two choices. You got two choices. You're trying to decide what to do on right here. King of Cups in reverse. That's an emotional decision. It's going to involve some heartstrings right here pulling. It's going to evolve that type of stuff. It's an emotional decision because I feel like it's family or somebody you care about or love deeply, somebody connected to you, in your roots like that. Page of Swords in reverse and Emperor in reverse. I feel like you don't want to get into it with this person. You're not trying to. You don't want to have this conversation. I feel like Sagittarius, you don't want to have this conversation, or you've been avoiding this conversation or the issues that's going on because maybe you feel like if you start that conversation, some words are going to start flying, and you don't want to hurt these people. Like, maybe you know yourself, and you can be with the words, and you can give it to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're mad, especially when you're emotional, especially when you're hurt, and you're trying to tell this person, or you're trying to communicate with people, could be persons, people, family, what have you, about how you feel. And you're afraid that if you have this conversation, it may go to some harsh words. It might turn low. You might have to pull some swords out and throw some words around and let some people know some things that maybe you just didn't want to take the conversation there, because there's no coming back. There's no coming back. Still gonna have to have it. You have to have the healing. You have to have the healing, and that is what's holding you back, Sagittarius, from feeling like the Emperor. You should feel like that came out reversed with that. Avoiding this conversation is definitely what is in the way of your growth, and going there is definitely going to help you grow. It's going to help you grow. Jupiter benefits. There you go. It's going to turn you back into the King of Wands that you're supposed to be. This is you. This is your element. This is who you're supposed to be. That when you're feeling all empowered as the King of Wands, and that came out with your overall outcome. I feel like after this healing, after this cleansing, after these conversations, you're going to have them. You don't have to have them in a harsh way, though. You don't have to get all emotional and cuss nobody out. This is to bring healing. You're trying to get answers. And yes, we can't always control the other person. You cannot. I don't want to say always. You cannot control the other person. They have free will. They're going to end up saying something maybe that'll piss you off. That's what you're afraid of having the conversation for in the first place. But it's saying across this full moon, which is in Aries, which is a lot of action, a lot of explosiveness with this fire energy here, this harvest full moon being in Aries, I feel like there will be arguments across for some people. There will be tension, there will be conflict, because it is sparking the conflict, I feel like, in order to bring change, in order to bring healing. Sometimes we got to have that fight out. Sometimes we got to have it out. We got to get it all out. I feel this way. I felt that way. Well, that was wrong. Well, this was wrong. And we get it all out. Once we get it all out, healing can then begin. If we leave these emotions here, and I'm in about it, and you're in your feelings, we're both holding all this negative energy, energy, and neither one of us can bring in positive things to our lives, because we got to get this settled. We got to get this out of the way, because it's causing conflict to you mentally. It's causing conflict to you that you can't even bring your wishes in. You can't bring your wishes in. These are your wishes. This is you wishing on a star. This is you wanting to bring in emotional happiness, fulfillment. There are cups there. Emotional happiness, fulfillment in your life. Instead, you all stuck in your head over it, feeling blocked from it, and trying to figure it all out. Can't hold that in. You have to have that conversation. You don't have to have it. You don't have to in a harsh way. You can try to remain calm, even if the other person tries to take it there. You have control over you. You don't have control over them, but you have control over you. And if you're aware of it, that it could be explosive. That's that warning I'm putting there out to you with this. When I saw that this harvest full moon was in Aries, I said, it's going to be some explosiveness going on. There's going to be some arguments. There's going to be some, passion out there. And anything that we are passionate over, we're going to have no problem explaining to people, this is how I feel. I'm passionate about this. I'm going to explain it in a passionate way. Two of Pentacles is that juggle. It is about the juggle of, or the things that you've been juggling in your life. And it is in reverse, come out with this Five of Swords. Fears, negative thinking, but definitely fears to me, this fearful type of energy in our head, fearful. This is also a stab in the back here that she has coming from somebody over there who is, to me, very aware of that they stabbed her in the back. Obviously, they're looking at her as they walk away, aware of it, and her just kind of feeling in shock about it. But these are some people that have hurt you to me. These are some people that have hurt you, and maybe they are family members, so you can't decide whether or not to, just distance yourself from them. That transformation card flipped over, so I'm not going to ignore that. There is a death, a rebirth, a transformation to that relationship. I feel like it's going to hit your soul. It's going to hit home, and it's going to hit your soul, Sagittarius. It's going to hit your soul, but the decision has to be made. Conversations has to be made. Balance has to be brought to these areas, and justice has to be brought to these areas. Healing needs to be brought to that for you to grow as a person. Got to heal some family wounds. Got to heal them. Got to heal them. Got to deal with some family situations across this full moon. The overall outcome is going to be you getting back to feeling like you again, Sagittarius. You being in your power again. Yep. Judgment is coming across this full moon. Judgment is coming. A decision will be made by you. On deal with that. Yeah. How you gonna deal with anybody that you felt like was taking advantage of you? Anybody that stabbed you in the back, did you wrong? Anybody you feel like is holding you back, not being fair? If your family was in some kind of way unfair, yeah, this is definitely gonna be about family, the way you felt over things, religious beliefs, traditions. Oh, we don't fight with family. Oh, that's your mama, that's your brother. You should always love your brother. No, my brother ain't never been there for me. My brother's been a thorn to me. My brother's been consistently negative to me. Then no, I'm not going to continue to put my energy here where it's coming at me in a negative way. Actually, it's not lifting me up. I'm not going to hold on to this title. I'm not going to hold on to this tradition. I'm going to bring justice to that situation. I'm going to bring healing to myself, and I'm going to move forward. If it's my mother, if it's my daddy, if it, whoever in your roots, whoever, does not mean I have to live my life, my whole life now that I'm a grown up for this person. These were the people that raised you or brought you through life or were there for you, around you in your rearing process. Now that that is over, you are your own soul. You have to become your own soul, and you cannot live your life with those people. You definitely can't live your life with those people. And we get caught up in what other people say. Oh, that's family, and you shouldn't have. At the end of the day, this is about you being the healthiest version and the best version of yourself that you can become. And in order to bring healing, sometimes we have to go through that family. We got to tell them what it is and what it isn't. If you're not on a path of encouraging me and helping me grow, and you're bringing negative energy towards me, you're discouraging me, you're being negative towards me, you always want to fight, you always got something to say, then I love you, but I have to be over here and let you be over here while I work on me and you work on you. Doesn't mean I don't love you. If you ever need me, call me. Those type of conversations, I feel like definitely Sagittarius, I come across this full moon. People who lean on you and your family, and they've been leaning on you, and you've been continuing to allow them to because they're family. I feel like that's coming true and across this full moon. 7 of Cups and 6 of Cups. So this is an illusion that where you thought that you had to, this is all over the place with your emotions, really, but it's an illusion. Like you feeling like everything is all good because it's going one way when really you were in an illusion. It was not all good. It was not all good. Six of Swords in reverse. It was causing you not to see your own light, not to go towards the things that were in your own best interest because you were up here in fantasy land here. Just a little bit. Thinking it can look one way and then you look and be like, how did I miss all of this? It was just rose colored glasses to me here. Rose colored glasses. And it was preventing you from going towards, what your purpose, preventing you from seeing clearly to me, preventing you from seeing clearly. But you're going to see clearly now. In any way where you were feeling an emotional loss, I feel like you're going to get over that real quick. That's my family and I don't want to hurt all those type of feelings, or that's my friend and that sadness is over to me with that Five of Cups being in reverse. No more sadness. No more just being depressed over it, being in your feelings over it. And I feel like you're not going to just be there for that person or these people like you've always been. It's not going to be automatic with you. They call you, come running no more. That's just not what's going to happen anymore. Carrying other people's loads was devil energy for you. Carrying other people's loads, doing for others, Sagittarius, doing too much for others, allowing others to lean on you. This is carrying others' loads, carrying more than you should, doing more than you should. And I definitely feel like you've been taken care of and extending yourself to some friends and family members a little bit more than you should have. And you were thinking you had to, that it was the honorable thing to do, that it was the correct thing to do because society teaches us be there for family, but they don't teach you to cut off line. There is a cutoff. There is a boundary around everything when it comes to you and your happiness. There is a boundary line. And yes, set it even on family. Set your boundaries over this full moon. Set your boundaries about what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's just. I knew that was out for a reason. What's just and what is not just. What's fair and what is not fair. When it comes to what you do and how you give. This is too much for me. It's unfair. It's unjust. It's imbalanced. And that's negative. This is why the devil is out. Any type of negative energy, any type of negative thinking where it is blocking our clear vision and our clear insight. That's the issue across the full moon for you, Sagittarius. That's your reading. Gonna play out. There's some arguments involved. Expect them. Expect them. And therefore, if it doesn't go that way and doesn't get that heightened, then but if you go into it with the expectation of, hey, this can get out of control, this can turn to a heated argument, then you'll know how to control that within yourself. If that other person wants to take it there, then you know when to end the conversation. It's no point in arguing with anybody. If there's arguing, then they can't hear your point. And your point is you just want to bring balance back to your life. Feel like this is imbalance. Maybe you give more than this person gives, or they take a whole lot, or they're very needy every time. You can't live your life because every time you get ready to do something, here come somebody calling you and you got to drop everything and run to this person to help them. That type of situation. And you just want them to understand that you're not trying to hurt anybody. You're not trying to be mean to anybody. Still love everybody, but you have to do at that point what's in your own best interest. So yes, I can't give to you. I can't carry your load as much. I'll help you how I can, but this is my boundary. And you're only simply trying to communicate that. How they take it is how they take it. We can't always control that, but you can control you. That's what I want you to keep in mind across this full moon. You deserve your healing. You deserve your happiness. Your benefits are set to come in. It's got Jupiter benefits down there. So just keep that in mind across this full moon. Ending and new beginnings when it comes to your family and how you deal with them. All right, Sagittarius, that was your read. Hope you enjoyed it. Info below if you need to book a personal. Thanks for watching.